Welcome everyone. Today we are going to start with agriculture. Indian geography, agriculture and mineral resources. Hei voina kanin le dona. So anin ama side agriculture hanin kan start anga. Agriculture hanin classification of economic activities. So now let's start with the various kinds of economic activities and why we'll be studying agriculture topic today. So classification of economic activities. We have primary sector, secondary sector, and the last one is we have tertiary sector. So primary activities contain in primary sector. Akang queen agriculture kantite, fishing kantite, gardening kantite, kang hoka include. So next we have the secondary. We have manufacturing kantite. Primary activities etc. Kantil vala kaka detailing karon so ilenga and tertiary hitan trade te transport te banking services te katyang haukani tan kansha veshim shimatanin world hits one is agriculture 50% and India hits one is 2/3 is agriculture. So let's talk about the primary activities in detail again. And when we say primary activities, it usually means that we are using products that we obtain from nature. Nature achanga kantil lak the antinan agriculture kantite, hunting te, fishing te, gathering kantite, kang hauka primary sector yan na huamani. So all these are primary activities which involve direct intervention with nature. Nature nena direct intervention in direct connection kan vanite kaka primary activities puya. And when we are processing this primary activity, we require secondary sector which is to be developed, and that sector is mainly of manufacturing. So kami primary sector tranga kantil obtain ka kan process kanin we acquire secondary sector. Next, we have the tertiary sector, in which we talk about the various services of makaron. So ito ang kanin. We are related various services related to banking, trade, advertisement, transport, etc. So all these are tertiary sector. And as you can see, the agriculture falls into the primary activity. Here we will be understanding agriculture. Primary activity agriculture like and now if we look into the global picture, we have nearly 50% of the total population who are engaged in agriculture. So ito ang kan world here, nearly 50% of the people are engaged in agriculture. So in India in India, it's nearly 2/3 of the population that is engaged with agriculture. So, agriculture definitely forms a major, or let's say substantial portion of the total economic condition. Now, the word agriculture is derived from two words, that is ager plus culture, meaning soil and cultivation. As you can see, ager meaning field, or we can say soil, and culture meaning cultivation or growing. And next we have the various terms that we can see here. Visible tuklawa but karon chartwak tawanga amasabera tuanin agri plus culture kanti tuanin agriculture kanneya which involves the cultivation on soil. And next we have the sericulture. Sericulture we have the cultivation of silkworms. And next we have pisciculture. Pisciculture it deals with fishes. And we have viticulture. Viticulture it deals with grapes. And finally we have horticulture, which deals with fruits and gardening. So these are the most commonly talked about terms that we relate or associate with culture, and we have the various functions. Now, what is the prerequisite condition, or the, let's say, primary condition for agriculture to develop? The primary condition for agriculture to develop is, first we have climate, and secondly the soil. Climate le soil kanneya. So if the climate is optimum, we classify this as temperature. Climate kan so in temperature kan ti rainfall, the humidity, frost-free days. Frost-free days kan mamove na sensu for the cultivation of cotton. And soil. Soil ayan, we have different types of soil, namely black soil, alluvial soil, loamy soil. So primary condition for agriculture to develop at on climate le soil kanya climate da kanin. I repeat, temperature te, rainfall te, frost-free days te, humidity te. So on soil, black soil, alluvial soil, loamy soil, we'll go into detail for this one later on. And next we have the arable land. Arable land. Now what is arable land? Arable land is the land on which a crop can grow or where the soil is fertile. Arable land kan titsuanin crops can cultivate na anilaw point fertile soil kan na mun ka. So the definition of arable is land with soil that will be able to support the growth of crops, which meaning fertile soil kan na mun ka. So anin anwaya kyanin inputs le outputs kanneya. So crops can cultivate ring yanin inputs le outputs kanneya tin physical inputs le human inputs sa umbokane. So inputs and output, for inputs we mainly it mainly associates with machinery, seeds, chemicals, technology, methodology can here plugging test, sowing test, spraying and so on. So these are the major inputs. Now again, these inputs can be classified into physical inputs ale, human inputs kan pethaitani. Physical inputs swanin rainfall kan te, condition of the temperature te, soil, the nature of slope or nature of slope kan nature of slope, or we can say the land pattern, and finally the amount of sunshine that we get from the sun. And under human inputs, we have labor, machinery, storage, and chemicals, which are the 4 basic primary inputs which are required for agriculture crop. Now, types of farming. So we will classify the types of farming primarily under 2 categories. First is we have the subsistence farming, and we have commercial farming. Types of farming kan lumahanin we should remember that we are also going to talk about the Green Revolution. So types of farming are here in subsistence farming like commercial farming kanaya. So in types of farming are masabara kan so ito shifting agriculture. Shifting agriculture too, it is mainly practiced by the tribal groups in the forest areas, mainly in the states of Mizoram, Meghalaya, Assam, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Khatyang Hawa Khan in shifting cultivation, shifting agriculture he can practice nasa. And in this type of farming, a piece of forest land is cleared mainly by tribal people by felling and burning of trees and crops that are grown. So slash and burn cultivation, slash and burn agriculture ang tika. And itlang puya and dry hetyang muna shifting agriculture ahaning kan main crops kan cultivate chin te chu paddy kan ti te dry paddy kan ti ang te. mo maize kan ti te, small millets kan ti te, tobacco kan ti te, sugar cane. So these are the main crops under this type of agriculture, that is shifting agriculture. And next we have intensive farming. Intensive farming this is a system of farming in which the cultivator uses large amount of labor and capital on a relatively small area. Farmers yet they use large amount of labor and capital. And in regions where the size of population is big, population tamna renga chuanin land usage atam theilawa. So this type of farming is practiced. And agriculture is done with the help of manual labor. Machines kan manglaw lang puya manual labor and manglang puya ni intensive farming at chuan. And next we have extensive farming. Extensive farming kan nila extensive farming betung hitu. This is a system of farming in which the cultivator uses a limited amount of labor and capital on a relatively large area. Extensive betung hitu large area nitlang puyatin labor le capital hi limited amount in omtang puya. And this type of agriculture is practiced in regions where population size is small and land is enough. Population claim na dewale land availability atam dew na hianin hetyang extensive farming hi can practice tang pui thunga. And agriculture is done with the help of machines. Land availability atam to avang kanin manual labor hi possible to chin na wat subang chuanin extensive farming is done with the help of machines. And before going into Green Revolution, kalau sa ile do pakatsu, India is essentially an agricultural land. So we, as I've said before, 2/3 of its population still lives in agriculture. Tunkheng hianin 2/3 of the population hi agriculture hianin kanleng engage. In agriculture is a primary activity which includes farming, animal rearing, and fishing. And there are 3 crop seasons in India. 3 crop seasons in India kan ti te hi Kharif, Rabi le Zaid seasons kan ti te kham hau khania. So in Kharif hi atlang puin June le July hianin kan sona, and September le October hianin kan harvest le China. So some examples for Kharif crops are rice, jowar, bajra, ragi, maize, cotton, and jute. And next we have the Rabi. Rabi vetung hitsu October tranga December tha hian kan son hunan itlang puya. Chuanin akum le April mo May hianin kan harvest le. Chuan Rabi examples tetsu wheat kan ti te, barley kan ti te, peas kan ti te, rapeseed kan ti te, mustard le grains kang hau kha Rabi crops an itlang puya. And next we have the Zaid season. Zaid season vetung hitsu mostly they are raised between April and June. So an example kan nei thei hau chu melon kan ti te, watermelon kan ti te, cucumber kan ti te, and other leafy vegetables kang hau kha Zaid season sa kan harvest hi ta chu ni vetung ani. So anin shifting agriculture, types of farming are shifting agriculture ha kasoi lo kang ani chin han kalaw soi mai de ya. Exam na hianin competitive exam shang hianin at swak ve du emema. So ming shang various names of shifting agriculture hi kan sha advation shimata na poi mo and states le names of shifting cultivation kalaw soi nga. Shifting cultivation hi Assam chuan Jhum tin kan sia, Kerala chuanin Ponam, PONAM Ponam tin kan sia boka, tin Kerala Andhra Pradesh le Odisha Podu tin kan sia, Madhya Pradesh chuanin ming ti shang ania pali ania Bewar ti te, Masha Penda le Bera tin shifting cultivation hi Madhya Pradesh chuanin ansoi ve thung ani. So next chuanin Green Revolution lut taila. Green Revolution hianin kan Indian agricultural scenario hianin ingin positive impact le negative impact niya. So first let's talk about the Green Revolution. Hemi ka soi pa hianin kimi positive le negative ki in lau chiar ve pa bok the so green revolution hi chu it is a phrase generally used to describe the spectacular increase in the production and productivity of food grains, and this took place during the 1970s. 1970s the spectacular increase in the production and productivity of food grains kaka green revolution so kan siya nga. And the components of green revolution, components chen khat the two green revolution la hanantinan high yielding variety seeds, HYV seeds kan tiyang te, irrigation kan ti te, fertilizers kan ron manchan na le increase use of using chemicals and fertilizers kan tiyang te, tin insecticides la pesticides te po tela. And we also have the command area development kan ti te, consolidation of land holdings, land reforms kan ti te, rural electrification kan ti te, tin agricultural universities te kang ho zong zong ka aron keng tel ve ka hemi green revolution hianin. So anin India hianin na impact hi kita umlau ching po hi karon so izwa yang negative le positive aneya. Positive karon so masanga positive at so anin of course number 1 it increase in agricultural production. Agricultural production tamtakin development le increase in agricultural production oma tin namaro chu hati ba hianin increase in agricultural production om la hianin intercrop imbalance po om vele thung kha kan shetel bokang kha chu negative ashan pai karon sei le nga chuanin positive danga chuanin reduction of the import of food grains mundanga changa kan thailak lute khatyang ho kha reduction min pe vele bokatin capitalist farming te industrial sector shim growth minon pe atin hani green revolution hianin apoy positive impact po mo pakhat po to rural employment hini bokani tin negative impact currency lenga o negative impact at chuanin michina currency kama sabara chuanin intercrop imbalance kaniya tin environmental impacts at member ka, and also it increasing regional imbalances, and we also have unemployment, rural employment to umaamaro to unemployment po metawa, and that is because of the mechanization, manual labor kan man thailaw chinakan machines kan man ta kawangin so unemployment due to mechanization ka veti ka kan shetel bokanga. And lastly we have the negligence of other crops. So in major crops and producing states kan ron so ile nga cereal producing states kan so mas sabera nga cereal sa hianin wheat kan ti te, rice kan ti te, gram kan ti te, barley le bajra te kang ho kan ni kang kuya. So katyang how producing states, major producers kan ti ang how to Uttar Pradesh te, Punjab te, Haryana te, Madhya Pradesh te, me pa hianin lawen sila nga West Bengal te, Punjab kan ti te, Andhra Pradesh kang how zong zong ka wheat te, rice te, gram, barley, bajra. Dinan wheat chuanin mainly we have Uttar Pradesh. Chuan rice chuan we have West Bengal te, Uttar Pradesh te, Punjab te, Andhra Pradesh te. Chuan gram chuanin major producing states are Madhya Pradesh kan ti te, Rajasthan le, Tamil Nadu an ni ve thunga. Barley chuanin Maharashtra is the leading producer of barley, and next we have followed by Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, and last we have bajra vetung hitu Madhya Pradesh te, Gujarat le, Rajasthan atam vetunga. And next we have cash crops. Atung ber map kyanin na ni karon so ito nga lang jang law daw make map lang jang ho law lu ka cash crops vetung chuanin atang puin sugar cane le tobacco hinya. So on sugarcane at chuanin we have Uttar Pradesh le, Maharashtra hi kan main producers. India chuanan niya chuanin tobacco vetung hi chu kan main producers te chu Gujarat le, Andhra Pradesh ni ti hashabokila. Kalau so lelo kang sugarcane ka Uttar Pradesh le, Maharashtra niya chuanin tobacco kha Gujarat le Andhra Pradesh in vele thunga chuan we have oil seeds anwaya che kanin major oil seeds producing states in India kanneya oil seeds ave thung hi chuan coconut kan ti te linseed kan ti te groundnut kan ti te mustard sesame seeds sunflower khang hoka kan major oil seeds in India ania chuan coconut ki chu mainly Kerala le Tamil Nadu South India lama hian anikang kuya chuanin linseed ve thung hi chu kan major producers te chu Maharashtra te Rajasthan Madhya Pradesh le Haryana ni ve thunga chuan groundnut hi chu Gujarat Andhra Pradesh le Tamil Nadu ania rapeseed le mustard hi kanti ko pa nga ta hi chuanin Rajasthan hi major producer niya followed by Madhya Pradesh and Haryana. And next we have sesame seed hi chu we have the major producing state in West Bengal followed by Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. And next we have the sunflower ve thung hi chu major producing state hi Andhra Pradesh ania and it is followed by Maharashtra and Karnataka. And the next one we have fiber crops kantia hitwan in chemenga from the crop names we have cotton kanti te jute kanti te silk kanti khang hau kha kan fiber crops anya cotton hi major producer hi Punjab anya and it's followed by Haryana te Maharashtra Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Jute ve thung hi chu West Bengal Bihar le Assam chuan silk hi Karnataka le Kerala ni boka chuan in plantations next up plantations crop kan nei le anwai khianin plantation crops Makanin plantations crop kan ne plantations kan ti chuanin coffee kan ti te rubber te tea te khang ho khani ve tunga coffee a hianin amasabera chuanin we have Karnataka Kerala le Tamil Nadu khania chuanin rubber a hianin coffee yakyanin a second slide zokinia coffee yakyanin we have Karnataka Kiki major producing state and it is followed by Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Chuanin next we have tea betung hitchuanin we have Assam and West Bengal. And next we have rubber hitchuanin Kerala le Karnataka and in some parts of Northeast India. So I think growing conditions of some important crops kakaron so ilenga minerals sa kandu mayin ama sabera kan soy ka cotton chungzoki nya cotton kitwanin temperature heat between 21 at 30 degrees Celsius nya but not below 20 degrees Celsius. 21 to 30 degrees Celsius and not below 20 degrees Celsius. So in at that point 200 frost-free days kan may boka. Rainfall here 50 at 75 centimeter ni kan kuya. So in soil type he black soil regular kan tiyang si or alluvial or laterite soils kan hoka cotton cotton temperature rainfall a type of soil niya. And next we have rice kasoy lenga rice sabi tung chuanin temperature hi akang between 25 degrees Celsius ahianin Assam mailawa tin rainfall hi 150 at 300 centimeter ni kang kuya soil hi clay or loamy or alluvial kang hau kham mo be thunga chuan hui ta be thung hi chuanin 10 degree winter le summer ahian hui ta hianin nanglawa winter kasoy masanga winter ahianin 10 degree at 15 degrees Celsius ani tlang puya chuanin summer a ve thung hi chuanin 21 atanga 26 degrees Celsius ani thunga tin rainfall hi 75 atanga 100 centimeter ani tlang puya chuanin soil hi well drained loamy soil amo clay loam kantiang chi katiang type of soil ka require ve thungani chuan next sugar cane kan soil lenga hemi ka soi pa hianin nachina positive le negative kind copy thak tu chuanin in lo copy pa thenga chuanin next chuanin sugar cane a ve thung chuanin atlang puin temperature hi 32 atanga 38 degrees Celsius ani to aya amaro chu rainfall hi 75 atanga 150 centimeter in kar ani tlang puya asoi la hi chu kan soi thei kan specific dewin kan mention lawanga chan chu sugar cane a hi chuanin ang type of soil po atheya ang type of soil tia khanin moisture retain chathei khatyang soil ha kan mangtang puini chuan jawar kan nei le a jawara ve thung hi chuanin temperature hi 16 degrees Celsius ani lo tang pui chu rabi season kan manani chuanin 16 degrees Celsius ain aniam lawa amaro chu kharif season ami ani ve thung chuanin 26 degrees Celsius amo 33 degrees Celsius in carbon ve thei thunga chuanin rainfall hi it should be less than 100 centimeter chuanin soil hi chu tlang puin variety of soils ania ta pui han and it includes clay le sandy hi kan soil de big china jawara hi chuan and next we have jute ta ve thung kha chuanin temperature hi tang puin 24 degrees Celsius atanga 35 degrees Celsius ni tang puya chuan rainfall hi 150 atanga 150 centimeter borewell hi 140 150 centimeter ani tang puya amaro chu humidity hi 90% require ve thunga chuan light sandy or clayey loams kanti katyang mang hauka tang puya soil kan manani thungani chuan tea le coffee kan soenga tea ve thung hi chu temperature hi 30 atanga 32 degrees Celsius ani tlang puya chuanin rainfall hi 150 atanga 300 ania chuan climbing hill slopes are required boka chuan soil hi forest soils kan tiang chi those forest soils which are rich in organic matter kan tiang hau ka kan mangtlang puya chuan coffee a hian chuanin 23 degrees Celsius atanga 28 degrees Celsius ani tlang puya rainfall po hi 150 atanga 200 centimeter ania chuan a type of soil hi loamy soil kan ti te which a big in which contain good amounts of humus le minerals apo khani calcium te iron te khatyang ni hawang kha kan mangtlang puini chuanin bachara kan nei le a bachara hi 25 degrees Celsius 25 degree atanga 30 degrees Celsius ani tlang puya rainfall hi tamlo le a 40 atanga 50 centimeter in kar tin sandy loams te red soil kan ti te black soil kan ti te katyang hau kha require thunga chuan ragi kan nei le a ta hianin 20 degrees Celsius atanga 30 degrees Celsius temperature kan mangtang puya chuan rainfall hi 50 atanga 100 centimeter ania chuan soil hi light black kan tiang chi te red soil kan ti te sandy loams kan ti te khang hau kha ragi a chuanin kan mang ve le thunga chuanin pulses kan nei le a pulses a hian chuanin temperature hi 20 degree atanga 35 degree hi ni tlang puya chuan rainfall hi 50 to 75 in centimeter in kar ania chuan loamy light soil anga hianin pulses hi kan mang boka. Next we have rubber le tobacco. Last two we have rubber and tobacco. Rubber hianin we have 25 to 35 degree and for rainfall it is usually 150 to 200 centimeter and the type of soil is usually rich well drained loamy soils kan tiang chiang kha. And the last one is tobacco. tobacco ve thum hi chu 15 degrees Celsius atanga 35 degrees Celsius ani tlang puya chuanin rainfall hi 50 to 100 centimeter thawania chuan soil hi chu loamy soil kan ti te alluvial soil kan ti te black soil kan ti te khang hau khan tlang puya ni. So those are the growing conditions of some important crops. Next chuanin minerals kan kallenga